too long ago. But not only are we going to do paranormal investigation, so we do have a few things in line that we're going to do in 2024. Right now it's a little cold, so we're going to be substituting for like reactions to people's ghost encounters, 5 to 10 scary ghosts caught on camera, you know, just stuff like that until we're able to go out and do some ghost hunting. So, you know, we're going to get into this video. Also, like, comment, and subscribe. Put on your notification button. Also, it only ain't going to be me doing these videos. It's going to be my husband, Jamari, as well. We're both going to be working the channel.
Artist Susie Solmori says that her family lives in a very haunted house in England. The house, which was built in 1902, still contains strange items left by its former owners. But weirdest of all, on the 3rd floor there is a very strange painting that was left there by a previous tenant. Susie says that this painting is the most haunted object in the entire house. She says that often her young niece carries on long, eerie conversations with the spirit, quote, Gilbert, who she says inhabits the painting.
Do I keep it? I heard that. Are you okay? I heard that. I'm not stupid. I'm the smartest. I'm hungry. It could get cold. You can't touch cold stuff. But I'm hungry.
So I'm taking this as on another encounter or another time that it happened.
It could get cold.
It's kind of like, it's different clips. It says another clip of my niece talking to Gilbert. But this stuff's scary.
One day, Susie and her brother asked her niece about the spirit, Gilbert.
Did you like him?
Yeah. Gilbert's like one of my best friends.
Where did he come from?
I don't know. I think the man that used to live here painted it.
Is Gilbert friendly? Does he speak to you?
Yeah.
What does he say?
And they'll pray.
And this is the point when things take an even creepier turn, because Susie does some investigating and manages to find an old picture and some info about her family home. What she discovers is downright creepy.
Here is a photo of the house from 1916 and it was built in 1902. This would be the first or one of the first families to live in this house. As you can see, there are 6 people present in the photo. Looking at the English census records, I found that the father would be called John, the mother was called Maud, next to on the balcony is a daughter Dorothy. The little boy called Gilbert was also registered here in 1911, so he would be about 5 or 6 in this photo. I'm unsure why he's not with the rest of his family in the photo, what they did to him. I just have an overwhelming feeling that something really terrible happened to him at the hands of his own family. The weirdest part is that this is where the sun painting is situated in the house. That's his room.
Things around the house start to get even weirder as one day when Susie is home alone, she starts to hear banging noises coming from upstairs. She grabs her phone and films as she goes to investigate. There's banging coming from inside the playroom where Gilbert's painting hangs. But when she looks inside, there's nothing there. Cut to another night, and as Susie goes upstairs, she again sees her niece doing something a little strange in the 3rd floor playroom. The girl is prying away at the floorboards while singing, "You Are My Sunshine." And remember that the spirit Gilbert is said to inhabit an old painting of the sun. Odd coincidence? Maybe. But after the girl has gone to bed, Susie and her brother go back upstairs to investigate the area of the floor that her niece was picking at. What they find makes their blood run cold.
Oh, wow. Sweet Lord. Wow. See, that's crazy that kids can, like, bro.
Underneath
Find
the floor,
stuff
there's
like
an old Ouija
I
board
saw
with a picture
a
of the
kid.
sun
I
that
think
looks
they made a
very
movie or
similar
a
to the haunted
documentary or
Gilbert
something on
painting.
it about a kid
So is there a spirit
solving a
named Gilbert
murder
haunting the
of
third
his
floor
pastime
playroom of
life.
Susie's old house? And is the spirit sending messages through Susie's young
It's
niece?
just crazy.
Let me know what you think.
Like, it makes you really question, like, what are we living? Like, what are we? Where are we? Like,
Up on the housetop, an urban explorer checks out a group of small abandoned buildings in the middle of nowhere, deep in the woods of Poland. Eventually, it gets too dark to explore, and he decides to leave. But hanging around till after dark seems to have been a terrible mistake.
so, wow. That's just crazy, like, to see that, like, kids can be, like, basic portals, bro. Like, this stuff's real. This stuff is really real. Like, and it's just crazy to see other people's encounters and what's going on in their lives and what has happened to them. Like,
Someone
makes
can
you
be seen
question,
chasing
like,
the now
what is-
panicking urban explorer.
what is
And whoever it
everything?
is
Question
seems to have
everything.
come from right off the goddamn roof. The urban explorer runs off into the woods to escape, but whoever this strange person is now seems to be following him. Thankfully, the urban explorer makes it home safe and shares his footage on YouTube. A curious viewer points out just how pale the unknown stranger seems to be. Another viewer claims that they too have visited the abandoned buildings and that they also saw this same creepy man.
That's
Either
like
way,
leaves.
this strange guy swooping down from the roof to chase the urban explorer away is
like
truly creepy. And it seems like something right out of a horror movie.
I'm with him right there. I would have been booking. Again, I'm a bigger girl, and I would, if you would have seen this big girl run so fast, like, I am not playing with you.
Ibby and the
I remember
kitty.
one time me and
Ibby is recording
they
a cute video for cats
we went
late
out
one
to
night
the
when
graveyard,
something
but we
happens
did
that
like a
she
night
still
video,
just
and
can't
we were walking
explain.
towards the woods, man, and like it felt like well, it sounded like somebody was coming after us, like we ran. And he had like the only light and everything, bro. Like he left me there. He left me there.
Now, I'm not even entirely sure what's going on here myself, because even when this footage is brightened, it's hard to find any explanation as to why that cat just disappeared. Unfortunately, Ibby didn't share much about the strange video, but all of her cats seem to be safe and accounted for. So just what is this? I'll leave it up to you. The Ghost at Granny's. Italian YouTube user Simone Botte says that his grandmother has been experiencing strange, unexplainable events in her home. She says that her TV turns on by itself, windows open on their own, and creepiest of all, she often hears unexplained voices from somewhere in her house. Even though he's a bit skeptical of his grandmother's claims, Simone agrees to spend the night at her house while she's away. He's not really expecting to experience much of anything, but then he also begins to hear creepy sounds from somewhere in the house. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Allora, sono a casa di mia nonna.
Buildings, and that they also saw the same creepy man. Either way, this strange
E non so se sentite,
and it seems like something
sono un sacco di rumori che vengono da di sopra, qui e lì. Allora, vabbè, buio pesto. No.
after the video. The Ghost at Granny's. Italian YouTube user Simone Botte says that his grandmother has been experiencing strange, unexplainable events in her home. She says that her TV turns on by itself, windows open on their own, and creepiest of all, she often hears unexplained voices from somewhere in her house. Even though he's a bit skeptical of his grandmother's claims, Simone agrees to spend the night at her house while she's away. He's not really expecting to experience much of anything, but then he also begins to hear creepy sounds from somewhere in the house. What happens next is truly bizarre.
Allora, sono a casa di mia nonna. Ragazzi, mi sto cagando in mano. Allora, non so se sentite, praticamente sono a casa di mia nonna da solo. E non so se sentite, ci sono un sacco di rumori che vengono da di sopra. Qui e lì. Allora. No vabbè.
Simone is completely alone in the house, but he hears a window and closet door open by themselves. Simone slowly begins to realize that everything that his grandmother has been complaining about. Simone discovers that for some reason the lights upstairs don't seem to be working. So he grabs a flashlight and slowly climbs the stairs in search of the creepy sounds.
A parte che c'è un gran rumore di vento e mi sto cagando in mano solo per quello. E quindi direi che vado via perché nei film consiglio sempre questa cosa qua. Quindi non sono più stupido.
I love the ghost stuff, I love the ghost hunting, I love it, but like I think it's just, I get scared easily.
No vabbè, aspetta. E adesso sembra che ha smesso tutto quanto. Ma no.